I got a topic. I was going to talk about. I wanted to talk about starting over today. And I was thinking about something else earlier, but I think I'll save that for a later video because I recorded that video completely all the way through and my mic wasn't turned on. So that topic will be for a later video. But this is perfect for this video. You got to be comfortable with starting over in your life. My whole life, I thought that I was going to be this amazing dancer. And I would be just willingly accepted to any dance company that I auditioned to. And I would be paid more than the minimum wage. Or at least, well, a while ago, when I was like really young, I thought I was going to be like triple times minimum wage, but that was wishful thinking. Now that I'm older and seeing how unrealistic that was. But now that I have this more realistic perspective in my life, and I understand now that starting over is something that you just got to get used to. And you can't keep that feeling of regret in your soul forever when you have to start over. Like there's sort of this guilt that you feel when you have to start over, that maybe you just weren't fit for the challenge of pursuing that goal that you've wanted through your whole life. And you have to come to the realization that maybe that path or avenue wasn't meant for you. And maybe it was, and you just didn't try hard enough for that. There's no going back and changing what happened in the past. So that's why you got to get comfortable with starting over. You're not going to be correct 100% of the time. You're not going to never make mistakes. We're all human. Mistakes happen, and it seems sometimes people get lucky and reach a high amount of success at a young age, and a lot of the time that actually happens a lot later in people's lives. If you actually look at the most successful people in our life today, things don't happen exactly on the time that we want to. And hey, maybe if you're successful in the new endeavor that you start over with, you can probably workshop on your older skills to see if now you would be more successful in that endeavor. Now that you've got a lot more experience in life, I know for me, dancing is more of a physical thing, and I don't know if my bones will be fit as they used to be, but I still got that knowledge and experience that I learned from dancing that I could probably, muscle memory my way through. I don't know. We'll see what happens if I actually get to that path. But, it's important to keep things in mind that just because things end doesn't mean it's the end, And, when you start over in a new avenue and a new endeavor that you're taking in your life, you don't lose all that experience that you had in your previous tasks and your previous endeavors. You take that knowledge with you, and maybe you can build upon your new endeavor with the experience that you learned from your old one. You never know what can come of your addition to the new market, because no one has the knowledge that you had, or very few have the knowledge of whatever you done, because we're all unique. I know they say that the market is always saturated, but in a previous video, I talked about this before. The market hasn't experienced you yet. So it's never saturated when you're around, and that's where I tried to fit the idea of creativity on this channel, because I am a creative and I hope to gather more creatives around me to share similar experiences of feeling guilty for not being enough in whatever they do. You've been trying to be a photographer your whole life, and you find out that you're probably not as good as the market expects you to be, the standard of what you have to be. You try to be a singer and you find out there's singers coming from different countries that are leagues better than you. But, you know, it's sometimes it's not even your fault for why you fail in things. Sometimes it's just bad timing. Sometimes you just get unlucky. Sometimes you trip and fall and you chip a tooth, and now you're not looking as, you know, model friendly in your photo shoots. So then you just kind of have to chalk it to the game at that point. You know, life isn't going to be smooth sailing all the time. Sometimes you just gotta be okay with the failures in life and moving on to your next endeavor. And I think the one thing that people are afraid about doing that is when you have so many people in your life expecting you to continue pursuing this goal. And the people in your life are just expecting to see you on that stage in the spotlight and just doing the thing that they thought that you were best at. But they don't know what's best for you. Do they? I don't think, you know, other people are going to be as knowledgeable of what's best for you than you. You know, people may expect things of you, but they don't know who you are. They don't know what's going inside of your head at the time, at every moment of the day. So maybe they will get disappointed not seeing you dance anymore. They will be disappointed that you have to be working a 9-to-5 to keep a living. That's what most people are doing. So you don't have to feel so disappointed in yourself in disappointing other people. People aren't always going to be living in this idealistic world where you're doing the thing that you love. This is a world that, you know, it's harsh. But life is not fair. It's not fair for most people. Sometimes people get lucky and reach a high amount of success at a young age, and sometimes you have to wait until you're 50 years old and then you start getting that success. Success isn't always linear. And those people who make it later in life, they had to go through a lot of mistakes, a lot of retries, a lot of starting over to make it to where they are in life. So maybe before giving up, start over and try again. Maybe you try again at that moment. Maybe you try again later in life. But it's important that you still try. Thank you.